Hey Bo, I've been waiting for your video and it's not yet come. I think I talked to you at about 3, maybe 2. No, goodness, 1, and it's now 6:30. So, don't know what's going on with you there. Anyway, so I thought I'd beat you to it and make you one. So hi. Here's me live. What do you think? Oh my gosh, been a little tired today. Actually, it is already 6:30. I've been up now for 12 hours because I got up at 6:30 this morning. Not usually what I like to do, but seems to be the way I roll these days. Anyway, so yeah, um, gosh, you know, I was feeling kind of bad after we got off the phone today. I think over the whole God thing or whatever, and I don't want to get into that, a whole bunch. I don't usually try and be the first one to bring it up because I'm not always talking about it, but I am talking about it a lot, if I can say that. I'm not the same Terry, so um, I guess you just need to understand that. And I just, the other thing is too is that I'm not really sure at this point, what you're expecting when I come out to Israel because, um, I want to spend some time with you, of course. How could I not? I'm just not sure what you think is going to happen, and what your expectations are, and I just don't want to leave you disappointed, and I'm having a feeling that that's going to be the case. As a matter of fact, I think another time that I talked to you, when we got off the phone, something just started to make me think that, gosh, I would hate to be there and um, have us get into, some sort of a situation where I leave there, with us on bad terms. Um, one of the things that I think that you really need to understand is that I take my Christianity very seriously, and that's not the norm, and I'm sure you probably met people in your life that claim to be Christians or whatever, and they probably were walking hypocritical cases, because that's what most of, the Christians out there are. They live these very fleshy lives, and, all I can say is that my conversion, my reality of God and Christ, because my belief is that they're one and the same. But anyway, um, my conversion put me under a hell of a lot of conviction. That's all I can say. And I am very aware of my sinful nature. And because I'm aware of that, um, I go through what's called a battle of my two natures. My new nature is I don't want to do these things because I realize when I start to lust after something and chase after something, whether it be clothes or a guy or a new car, I mean, who knows? I don't even know, or if I lie or, in order to get something, it's just the things that we do that are so natural to us. And again, most Christians just go around and they're not sin aware. They're not aware of their sinfulness at all, which leads me to believe that maybe they're not even really converted Christians. I just don't think so, because for me, and I can only speak for myself, whenever even a cuss word is about to flop out of my mouth, it doesn't, because my brain is already processing the fact that my natural self wants to go ahead and, lay out some profanity like I'm known for. But I just don't do it because of that thought. And I sit there sometimes and I feel stupid because I sit there and I think to myself, as the person's listening to me and stunned that I'm completely just stopped my conversation, because I'm seeking a quick word to replace the cuss word that I was about to say. Um, and the other thing is, my sexual behavior. Um, you know, uh, what can I say? And like I said, I think I told you this before. I'm not putting myself out on the market right now anyway, so I'm not being out in the nightclubs or anything like that. I'm not getting all sexy and going across the street with Billy to have a couple of drinks in a bar. I'm not doing anything like that. I'm just not interested in anymore. That's a new part of this new person who I am. I would much rather take a book, whether it be a Bible or something about the Bible, or right now I'm invested in researching all of these other religions and what their beliefs are, and how funny it is that they're all run by Masons and they all teach a different Jesus. You know, and even that the people who push evolution and atheism are also financed by Masons. So I don't know, a conspiracy here? I think so. So anyway, I'm constantly studying things like that, but that's where I find my interests lie, is going up the street, and I'm looking outside my window right here because I live with Billy, as you know, and I'm now in the house, which you can see my room behind me. But right up the street here is, excuse me, I have a text. Right up the street here is the beach. And, anyway, I kind of lost my train of thought there a minute, sorry, but basically that's kind of what I like to do. Or I like to go and sit down in a nice restaurant and, you know, we've always liked to do this anyway, just, kick back in a breeze and have some conversation and eat some good food or drink some good wine or eat some good tiramisu. Whatever it is. I still have all those interests. The only thing that I don't do now is go out and get plastered drunk, dress over sexy, feed my need for attention, and go get laid. I just don't do that anymore. And you're probably going, dang, why? But no, it's just not the person who I am. I guess now I'm the person who somebody would want to marry as opposed to somebody who would want to cheat on their wife with. And, maybe that's why I've never been legitimately married, is because I'm that fun party girl, or at least I was. I wasn't marriage material. I wasn't the one that the man wanted to walk down the aisle and take home to mom. I was the one that they just wanted to have fun in bed with, And the thing is now, if that's supposed to be what's going to happen to me in my future, is I'm going to find somebody. It's not that I can never have sex again. It's just that I want it to be with the person who is in love with me and I'm in love with them, and we are united and have a life together. And so anyway, I went off on a long tangent, but you know what? I can see a little timer here on my computer, and I've only been talking for 7.5 minutes. I'm sorry if it seems to you like it's been 27.5. So anyway, that's it. I just kind of wanted to tell you that I was thinking a little bit about that. I do take my Christianity really seriously, and if that's something that's going to be a bother to you, then it's a good possibility that we aren't going to hit it off real well, unless you can just come to me with an open mind and just want to be there because I'm there, and that you want to just see me and you want to smell my hair, or, something like that. I remember when you used to do that when we first got together. You used to bury your face into my hair and take these big smells. Does my hair smell? I never thought it smelled, but anyway. So yeah, or if you want to walk down some alleys, in Jaffa in the middle of the night and, eat food, I'm down with that. I'm so down with that. But yeah, this whole Israel trip is, it's about my Christianity. It is. And again, to the best of my ability, I don't want to be a hypocrite, and because the times that I do fall into my old nature, because I'm not perfect, but the thing is I don't live in repeated sin, if that makes sense. Sometimes something happens and, like a cuss word will come out of my mouth, or I'll get in a really heated conversation and all of a sudden I sound like a truck driver again. And I'll tell you what, I reel in guilt for it. And, I think that's the fruit of a true converted person to Christianity. It even says so in the Bible, that you shall know them by their fruit. What are they producing? If they're producing their same old self, then those people need to really check their salvation. That's the truth of the matter. And so I take it seriously, because when accidents happen, it hurts my testimony. And it hurts me. You know, it makes me feel like, how can I sit there and tell anybody I'm a Christian? Look at me. You know, I'm just a filthy, rotten liar. And yeah, that's not who I want to be. So, you know, chew on that for a little while. Let me know what you think. Um, you know, I'm hoping that you just, you know, really want to just be with me because you've always held out this, uh, never ending desire for Terry. What can I say? But I guess that's to be seen, you know, if and when I get out there. And again, chances are I'm probably going to get out there as opposed to not getting out there. So relax, would you, and quit giving me a freaking headache every time I, give you any kind of thing to think about, like I'm not going to come out there. So anyway, that's my story. How you like me now? And yeah, I'll let that be the end of it. 11 minutes. Okay. Talk to you soon. Your video's next.